Hi everyone, welcome to my channel where I review the latest movies and documentaries. Today, I'm going to talk about the Human Race movie. If you're interested in this topic, make sure to watch this video until the end and subscribe to my channel for more content like this. At the beginning of the film, we see a big field. I see a lot of people standing. She was looking at this place very carefully, because no one knew he was here. How come these people actually came here to race? In which the winner means the one who wins. There will be only one person. There were a total of 80 people, in which all except one will be losers. What happens to the loser and the loser? You will be shocked to know that in this race, the name of this movie was The Human Race. There are also some principles of this race that you have to keep running on the path and even a little grass. Do not touch the one which is situated inside the road. They just run around on the side roads. We have to stay. We have to follow the arrows, which means we have to go in the direction she is pointing, because that is the way. Now this principle is enough. It was simple, it was easy, but if you break the principle you will be killed. Yes, it was a race to the death, and if one person defeated the other, lapped the human being twice once. After completing the round if you cross that person will be killed, which is crossed twice, which is further. Gyan means simply run away, or die. This safe place is home. Schools, jails, hotels, etc. As long as if you are inside you are safe, and this is completely human race on which this movie is based. Let's look at the girl who told her parents he died in the hospital due to cancer. She was very upset because today her younger sister was also going through this fatal disease, and because she was young, she suffered from this disease. If she can't fight, she loses. That means that that girl also died due to this sorrow, became sad and completely broken because of he lost his entire family to illness. Given that she had not yet emerged from this sorrow, then he came to know that I also had cancer. He was saddened to know, but he had the courage. I decide not to give up. Those people will fight this disease for the family. So I couldn't stand it, but with the hope that I will face it, changed my life completely and started working hard on the body like that. Running and exercising are become strong by doing hard work. I was also taking medicines for a long time. After working hard, he finds the doctor. I went to get a checkup done after seeing his hard work. The doctor was also quite surprised because he defeated this dangerous disease he was happy that his cancer had been cured. I was going home in the car when suddenly the screen turned white and the girl, she became unconscious, but when she opened her eyes he did not find himself in this human race. Knew how she reached here and who is going to bring the principles of race were echoing in his mind in voices that this thing was happening to other people too. The race was taking place at some famous place. That girl, along with no one here knew. How did he come here? Absolutely one with everyone. As it happened, a white light appeared in front of them, which she became unconscious, but when she opened her eyes, everyone found myself here among these 80 people in every way. People included children, old and young, sick, laborers, these who can't walk again, Asians, American, African in all its forms. People from all over the world are present here. Everyone was nervous, but here the first mistake was. The girl with cancer did it in a hurry. She moved away from the path and walked onto the grass so that suddenly the atmosphere there started becoming strange. Also changed. His eyes became strange black. Scars started appearing on her face, along with which the head suddenly burst, and it was very terrible. Others get very scared after seeing this death. They started running in panic and there was a stampede. It created a stir so that many people also knew about it. Inadvertently came upon the grass, and along with them, this happened as badly as his head and brain. They started bursting and the death race started there. In this crowd we see two boys who we had very good friends, a girl named Eddie. These two were soldiers in Afghanistan. I was fighting a war, but there were explosions during the war. Due to this, Eddie's leg got badly torn in half. His leg was amputated and his condition was so bad that he was almost dead, but this friend of his it was also not right. He risked his life, saved Eddie's life, and because so bad, they were together at that time. So from then on she was sure Eddie became a friend because of a war accident. Couldn't walk properly. Used to need sticks here. Before coming to the race, both the friends also was on the road where the girl whose, as of right now, there is death. Eddie and his friend had seen a deaf couple who, both were friends. A deaf couple could not be heard nor could she speak. When she was standing on the road, there was a woman. She pushed him away and ran away. Now that deaf couple and the woman were also present here. That is, when that bright white light came, all the people who were on the road at that time came here, while the rest of the world, cancers have now been brought from different parts. With the death of the girl, everyone started running away. Started because their race had started. They could hear the countdown, that how many people are dying and decreasing and how many people are left alive. The race did not take place because many people were poor, were old, and many were sick, who obviously ran. If she couldn't, then it was certain that she would die. Eddie and his friend also followed. All three was moving forward, in whose path the house, schools, jails and hotels etc. were coming, through which the path was now passing. There were many people here who died because of this. Was trying to run away to get free, but as the principle is that you walk on the path. If you are staying, then stay out of the way, and because she was moving out of the way, so many people's heads exploded and they died completely. Went, and she became an example for others that, sir, no one will make such a mistake in future. 1 lap, 1 round completed while running. These people were here and came to jail again. Here a Japanese girl was crying because his leg was broken, and his younger brother, Eddie's friend, was taking care of him, handles them and takes them to the side, explains that both of you should not panic. Wait, I promise that for you, will bring help. But she knew that something, his heart was saying that it would not happen. You should also take these with you, but I was also thinking that if I took them along, so their speed will slow down, and if the second, once someone lapped them in cross, if I go ahead by doing this, all of them will be killed. That's why they kept moving forward and not their own path. They went ahead and found a priest who says that God is saying this because this juice is a test for us from God, in case we continue on this path, so they will reach heaven directly. We'll go, but Eddie doesn't understand this, because whoever was going on the grass, he was moving even slightly to the side. My head was bursting, but my ass was full. These people should never do this to me again. Started running again and came to a church. Now Eddie and his friends go to church. Went ahead of the road while the priest remained here. Stopped in the church to pray to God. But because of his leaving the path, suddenly he started getting strange too. Eddie's head explodes and he also dies. And when his friend moved forward, he found an old man who was still on the same road, was just lying there and didn't go anywhere, meaning that he will be killed very easily then, coming that way so quickly. Old man. Here even that deaf couple takes care of the man. It was along with him that the old man. These 5 people have moved ahead and now come to one house. They go to the old man's house. He was placed at the main door and guarded by Eddie. Was giving so that the old man could not find a cross. Couldn't do it because 2 lakhs have been completed, while the old man hasn't even done one yet. And if someone crosses it, the old man will be killed while inside the house. Eddie's friend was keeping an eye out to see if the man also got the 3rd lap ahead of home. Won't let people do this. Stop me. Will go, because as soon as this happens, that person will cross and we will all be killed. But because we are still safe here, so no one, we will not find any solution now, whatever. Eddie's friend was coming here ahead of him, was not letting me grow with love and anger. He stopped the people here by threatening them. Now took Eddie's friend from this deaf couple. It turns out that when the white light on that road, that priest and this old man came there then. And there was also a pregnant woman whose child. It was going to happen, and the most important thing was this light. It came not from the surrounding but from the sky, which, yes, this whole matter has become clear because it is revealed that from the sky, actually it was picked up by aliens because but someone was doing a test and the aliens, because humans were raised there. The race was named the human race because some. Could it also happen, or who knows, this race is our land, but it is happening, or it can also be that, like aliens on another planet. The purpose of doing this is simply to control the behavior of humans. Wanted to test. So she tried all kinds of things. Only humans have been picked for this race so far. So there is no hard hat atmosphere here, but further, it will happen because obviously people are going to die. If there is a queue, then there will be efforts to make yourself win. If everyone tries to move forward, then an atmosphere of panic was created due to the noise. will go because only one person will survive, and the countdown is in their voice. Whatever is going on in their mind every moment, just telling how many people are being killed, and how many are left alive due to which they fear, has begun to emerge somewhere, because the thought has formed in their mind that, we didn't die as badly as the rest. Dying is something to save one's life. So, now a woman is hurrying here. T says, don't know what is the matter with you. You brought us all here for one person. Haste is more than that. One player was out. He pushes Eddie to leave. Who was guarding the old man, and because he crossed the old man, that's why his head got torn into pieces. Now that's what killed the old man. If he crosses the others, it will be everyone's. Death is certain. Sir Eddie's friend stops him. Ran after him and both of them came to jail again, where both of them. Japanese kid enjoys seeing Eddie's friend. She became happy because she had been waiting for its arrival for a long time. The children were waiting to see him. There was hope that it would help. But even before it reaches the children, that player crosses the children, due to which, before the eyes of Eddie's friend, the heads of both the children were completely torn apart and he died while the player moved on, and now their race has started again. He started the most dangerous level of this race. The player was running fast on the way. Whoever he was crossing in, everyone's work is done. One after the other is the head. The brain stem burst and he was killed, and their blood has been spilled on so many people now. After killing that player, that pregnant woman, he knew that if you cross it, two people will go together. One of this woman and the other of her child, who he is just about to be born. He is more than a woman. Talks well and his child asks about, but in the end he did not feel pity and tried to cross the woman. That poor woman decides here. She was crying and refusing him to do so. She says that I tell you about myself and my children. I beg for my life, don't do this. Please on this, and Garge man himself started saying that, look, I'm not stupid if I told you, if I don't cross, someone else will cross me. I'll die and I'll still be a human being. If he gets out of here alive, then it will be for me. He moved ahead saying that it is necessary to save, with which the baby's head in the stomach first. It burst, which hurt the woman's stomach very badly. Then that poor girl's head broke into pieces, also burst, causing a very bad death. Goes, and here this race is also half done, i.e. that now only 40 people are left alive, while 40 were killed. That child's hands and legs. She was moving ahead only after crushing the poor fellow. Some people were not even born yet. A new way to save your life. Adopted because only running away worked. He was not going to make it. That's why he killed people. They were trying to end this competition by doing. People's lives are being saved by removing the arrows from here. They were gradually reducing their numbers, and may this plan of his succeed very well. There were 3 people who did this. After that they make another good plan. A man stood at the main door of the house, while guarding the last door of the house, but she stood up and pushed me as if someone was coming. She was giving it and throwing it on the same grass so that people were being killed, and these 3 were at the forefront. She remained like this, killing one person after another. He brought the count from 40 to 29, after which next was both Eddie and his friend. When they reached outside the house, both of them inside, man forces woman to throw herself on grass. She was trying, and that poor guy was trying for his life. Hearing her voice, Edie was crying while begging. S friend came to check inside but the main door, but the man standing there put that arrow on his neck, threw it in, causing his throat to be cut rapidly. Bleeding started and he collapsed there. Poor guy died on the spot. When I came here I was very sad to see this, because his friend's death means nothing to him. Was no less than shocked because when he was counting his last breaths, his friend saved his life by risking my own life. But today, his friend was killed and Eddie was killed. Couldn't do anything to be saved, because he was late in arriving. He got so angry after seeing that he was alone. Started fighting with him as if Eddie came to stop him. The stick hits him in the face and makes him go round. Then as the other one came forward, he caught hold of her and started beating her by strangulating her. Seeing this, the third person got so scared that he remained there silently. But Eddie's still angry. He did not cool down and picked up the arrow, first a brother, then it enters Darsty's neck. Car reduces his anger and finally, crying near my friend's dead body, says his last goodbye to him and then from there, went ahead where the third man was present. When Eddie saw that he had killed someone else, the barbed wire there was taken and both of them, he wrapped it in it and started closing it tightly, strangulated both of them and simultaneously. Now here he has died, the innocent and the guilty. Killed both of them, which means Eddie, no one was walking on the right path. He will kill everyone to save his life. Well, he will take it as soon as he ends the game. It turned out that the brace was at a dangerous level. That hurry at the front, followed by the deaf couple, was there and that player was at the back. Now here if, when the couple crossed the woman, she hit her. But if the player crosses them, if we do, all three will be killed. So all three, together they were scaring him with arrows, preventing progress. Meanwhile the deaf girl accidentally moved ahead in a hurry and because that woman's head exploded because she had crossed it, went and died there because of this thing. Taking advantage, the player started running away from there. Then the deaf man shot an arrow into his leg, so that he gets injured and his speed decreases. But still somehow he crosses them. Crossed here by crossing. Despite doing so, nothing happened to the couple, which means that the player has given him the first. The player had crossed the bar and came inside. Later the couple also hid in the school. Would have come to school and crossed that player. But nothing happened to him because he was at home. When I was there, this was a safe place. But now this couple, the last difficult times were going on and shit. No matter how hard you try, you will be saved from these. Only one person here, a deaf boy, is enough. Got emotional and wanted to approach the girl. Tries but he pushes it aside. She says something that the whole life of the boy was not going to forget. He said with gestures, "I consider you my brother." But it didn't make any difference to him. He tries to approach the girl again. This made the girl angry. She pushes herself away from there but as if his friend also followed in the other building. Come on. The girl was also very angry. That's why he would pick up a weapon and hit the girl on the head. Due to which she fell down there. Now boy this. I felt quite happy thinking that maybe she was dead. And now I can do whatever I want with it. I can think of the girl as dead and what will happen to her. I started trying to do what my heart wanted. But the girl woke up at the right time and immediately took up arms and killed his friend. But her friend apologizes. Came out after asking but that girl, she didn't want to miss the opportunity so she pushed his friend on the grass. His head also burst and he was killed there. The girl lay down on the ground in this building, because she was pretending to be dead again. As soon as that player came inside the house, the girl attacked him with the weapon and he fell down. Fell on which the girl sat several times, hit him on the face and continued until his death. He crushed my face and now here, only 3 people were left: Eddie, this deaf girl and a homeless girl whom no one knows yet. Couldn't move because he was hiding in front. That girl was growing after getting the opportunity. The deaf girl. She attacks him and throws him down and strangles him. Tries to cheat but then deaf. Eddie came to help the girl. She baked the bagel. Caught the girl by the hair and tied her neck. Twisted and broke so that he died. Goes to help the deaf girl because she helped him. Because he thought her innocent. So now the race has reached its last level where the only people left are each other. These people look into the sky only when face to face. Are they aliens with wings? They are also testing creatures. The thing to check behavior also. It's quite strange to think. Now here is the deaf girl. Taking advantage of the opportunity to save his life. Pushed Ko on the grass but because he had sticks with the help of which he could escape. Gone because his feet no longer touch the ground. Here he came to know the intentions of the deaf girl. So come out quickly and attack the girl. Lets her get caught though she herself. I was trying hard to get rid of him but he takes control and kills him by suffocating him and now since he was the only one left alive then became the winner of this race AD. After winning the aliens had won it. Let us tell you that among humans now because you are the winner, hence your race will continue. Will be from some other creature and there you fight on behalf of humans and will be seen there. Which creature is more powerful? Is it better to be a human being or someone else now? Because Eddie in any useless rest. If I didn't want to participate, I would do it myself. He deliberately came on the grass to finish. Goes but nothing happens to him because the race was over, so he moved ahead. Came over the mountain where he discovered that these people are not really on the ground but somewhere else. is on the planet, and here are the rest of the creators. The race is on before he gets ahead. Give him that growing white light and pick him up from here. And now and then she pulls herself into a white space. But he finds himself in a different race in which there was another creature in front of him who's had big wings, and these two in their tame, like Eddie among humans. A Saul is also here. The lines on the ground were different, and not being touched by the stars in the sky. That means don't get into any contact with him, just fight. Their fight was going to be great no matter what. Only the one who survives will be the winner. Now there is no common man here. Had he been a human being, he would have died anyway, but because of Eddie. The same thing has happened in the sky and on the earth. Can't seem to happen while that creature has. Even those aliens were already punk here. There was a spaceship that brought these two to fight. After this, Edie left and went away from here. Started moving towards the creator to fight. The fight really became awesome. You know about this. What do you think and who will win? That's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it and learned something new. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and leave a comment below. Let me know what you think about this movie and what other movies or documentaries you want me to review next. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more videos like this one. Thanks for watching and see you next time.